I like to tell you why I picked the spot, because there's a reason why. Usually there's a reason something happened. For this one, I was out here about 2 weeks ago taking my friend's nephew fishing. What happened was I had a lot of crabs that kept eating my bait, and I wasn't prepared for crabbing. I didn't expect there to be a bunch of crabs here, but there were, so what are you gonna do? So I decided, come back, let's go crabbing here. Let's see what kind of jumbos are in here. There was a big one that was actually on the line. I wasn't filming that day because I didn't really feel like filming that day. There was a big one on the line, but he came off before he got close. I got a new crab trap. Found this for 80 bucks at the bait shop just now. I'm gonna get it prepped, pretty easy to work. You just kind of open the top, let the bait in there, put this on the bottom, and then we just tie this on the side somewhere. If you want to take the crabs out, open her up, easy peasy. Now I've been seeing everybody using these online, so I saw it, I bought it. 80 bucks, not bad. I want to see how this does compared to the old traps. Yeah, I want to know which trap does better. So like, will this trap do better or will this trap do better? So we'll find out today. Probably leave these out for probably about 8 or 9 hours today and then take them back later. So we're gonna find out which has more crabs by the end of it. One trap versus one trap, that's how we're gonna do it. Another thing I'm gonna be using is our handy dandy casting traps. Always got a good plan. And I'm always testing things out, man. I like to know like why something works and how it works and what's better than what, you know, because like if I was new to crabbing, I would want to know what catches me the most crabs for the least amount of money. We've got a ton of mullet right there. Look at that school of fish. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go fishing when I take this out. That might be manatees and dolphins too. I don't know what that is, but there's something crazy going on right there. Or it could just be the wind is crazy in that spot. We got both our casting traps on. One's right there, one's right here. I got that one stuck in the mangrove just because it's a good place to hold my rod. Yeah, I think that's fish or something over there. We do have the mullet run going on right now. So I am planning to do a lot of snook fishing. I might try some today in these mangroves. So if I'm seeing mullet, I'm gonna go throw for snook too while I'm leaving these traps running, because I don't wanna just be crabbing. I like to fish a lot too, guys. Bait we're using for each trap to keep things similar is we're gonna use 2 pieces of chicken, 1, 2, and then we're gonna do shrimp. There we go, shrimp are in there now. This is pretty hard actually, believe it or not, to do this without a boat. I'd love to have a boat, boys. But I kind of think that it would ruin the fun in it a little bit too, because this is like the fun part. We are launched. Where should I place my traps? I know there's a nice hole right over here. I know where the holes are here. So I'm gonna drop one over here, and then I'll probably do like one over here in the middle. It's windy today, but I have probably a pretty wind protected area. Could have been better, but what are you gonna do? I like to crab wind protected coves. So like this kind of area, this is like where I like to fish, like the crab, like wherever the wind isn't that bad is the best place to be. When I'm in a cove like this, you can see around me, it's kind of all surrounded except for this side. Just all back there surrounded, over here surrounded by mangrove lines that are just protecting me from the wind. Let's see, how deep are we? You can feel with our paddle. That's about 4 foot deep. Wow, look at that hawk. Right here, I like this spot right here. See, a little difficult. There's that one. Okay, I think I like the edge of this cove up here for this next trap. Bunch of boats that are moored off over here. A lot of people do that out here in order to avoid paying fees at docking. Let's check our depth right here. That's pretty deep. Let's go right here. There goes the buoy. And we're racked. We're set up now. Perfect. All right, let's go back to our beach. You can see my towel. Totally pushed up there, just sitting on there drying because I left it in the back of the truck. All right, let's check both of these out. Ain't nothing in that. Oh no, we got one. We got a jumbo, dude. Wow, dude. Wow. That's what we're talking about right there. Look at that, man. That is a jumbo crab male to start the day. Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go, dude. Let's check our other one. That's a jumbo. He's easily 7, maybe 8. This one's empty, but hey, we got a jumbo, we got 2 traps set. So yeah, I knew the right place to go. But we got a little piece of shrimp on here, on a popper cork. And we're gonna kind of work this between the rods here. See if we get a bite. Come on, give me a trout. Or give me like a croaker. A croaker will be really good to go on the trap. Cut 1/2 in each trap. I will probably throw a cast net if I see bait, but it's kind of blind casting if you just toss it out here. The flats are all flooded, so this is the only way to really crab right now is traps and bait lines and stuff like that. There we go, we're under. Now we're up. I think we have him. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, a little croaker. That's what we were looking for. Little croaker. Let's throw him out as bait. Last time I threw a croaker out there, what happened was the fish, the crab started eating the croaker. There we go, right there through the nose. Small hook. Oh, he's out there. Let him sit out there with the drag on low. Good, we got low drag. If there's a bite, it'll pull. Let's check both of these. That's either full or it's not closing all the way. Oh, there was 2 and it didn't close because they're too big. Another one. Dude. Oh, he's bigger than the last one. Fudge, yeah. Oh, it wouldn't close because there was too much weight. They were both on each side. There was a second one in there too. Okay, that was sick. Let's check our second one. That's a big boy with barnacles, dude. Nothing on that one. The third one was a little smaller. We could definitely look at that footage, but he was definitely smaller. That's every bit of a 6-inch crab. Easy. Let's check the first one. All right, we got one, another big boy. That's what I'm talking about right there. Another big one. Let's go, dude. 3 now. This is working so good right now. There we go. He's like 6.5. Easy 6.5 there. All right, we have found the right spot today. Check the next one. Nothing on this one. That's okay. Those traps are going to be loaded. There's going to be some jumbos in that trap. Both those traps. Because it's got shrimp in it on top of the chicken, and the chicken's already working. And shrimp just adds to it. Monsters. Right out there in the middle. They seem to be all out there or right on the edge. I mean, that's everywhere, the whole water. I think there's a lot of them in here. I really wish that this was like shallow and I could just like walk around and net them, but that's impossible here. We're gonna check the traps real quick. One of our chickens just flung off the thing, so kinda gotta do it to grab a piece of chicken. We'll check the first trap, the really new trap. Just hermits. Let's snag a piece of chicken out of it. Take it back to our trap up there for our casting traps that are working. All right, nothing in that. Let's go check the other. Nothing yet in that one either. That's disappointing. We'll come back to him. Howdy. What you doing in my area, bud? Somebody's dog. Come here. Yeah? How you doing?
Good, no crabs, huh?
No what?
No crabs.
Check the bucket.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, big boys only right now. Are they
The
done?
little ones aren't worth eating.
Nice to meet you, I'm Steve.
Paul.
Yeah, the little ones aren't worth it. I mean, those are the only 3 I caught though. And they're all in the casting traps. The traps I have out there haven't gotten anything yet, but I just got here like an hour and a half ago.
So you live here now?
I live in Orlando, but I used to live here, so.
Too far away.
Yeah. I do a lot of crabbing out here though, so I love it.
Oh, this is a little bit of sanctuary.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the little spots like this where you just get like a block from the wind and
Yeah, yeah.
you can just kind of do your thing.
There's a lot of nice things about the Banana River.
Oh, absolutely.
What a little goodie.
Oh, we got a crab on there. We got a crab on there. That's a crab. I see him. He's a big boy too. He's a crab. I gotta get a net ready for it. Before he lets go. Got him! Oh, baby! Look at that, dude. That's the biggest one of the day. That's a 9-inch.
That's worth eating. 8.
That's 8, maybe 9, easy.
8. You get your nose bit.
Yeah, you'll definitely get your nose bit on this. Let me put him out real quick and take a look. Oh my God, that's huge. That's huge.
Hero.
Hero, back up. Hero, back up. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Look at that body.
At least you know how not to get bit.
Yeah, absolutely. He's hard as hell. He's got the line wrapped around him here.
Yeah, that's worth eating.
That's worth eating. That's well worth eating. Let's just pull it up here. I'm gonna let him sit right there. I got a measuring tape for him. This is gonna be bigger than the measuring tape. I mean, this goes up to 7.
Hero.
Hero, back up. He's gonna get you.
Get bit.
You're gonna get bit, Hero. All right, so this goes up to 7. That's an 8er. 8 for sure.
Yeah, that's worth eating.
That's well worth eating. All right, let go of my dang line, bud.
Okay, kid, let's make a move.
Let go of my line.
I see your dinner tonight.
Yeah, man, I'm looking good right now. That was on a croaker and a net. There we go, man. Look at that. Beautiful. Good boy. Good boy, Hero. Atta boy, Hero. Check our traps now. I mean, these are consistently jumbos. Consistently large crabs is the coolest thing ever. That's the best you can get right there. That's an 8-inch. Small claws, but he's an 8-inch crab regardless. That body's gonna have so much meat in it. Nothing on these. These are everything you want when you come out here, dude. These are jumbos, jumbo males. Just beautiful. That fish is dead now, so he's just sitting out there waiting to be ate. Nothing there. But the crabs love croaker here, I've noticed. Last time I came out here, I threw a croaker, and that same exact thing happened. I just didn't have a net on hand. Wasn't prepared. That right there was an 8-inch crab. 8-inch crab on a croaker. Yeah, the croaker's still flapping his tail. Like, that thing caught a live croaker. Isn't that crazy? Being able to catch a swimming fish and then hold on to the fish all the way to the shore is pretty impressive. That's pretty crazy. You know what I mean? Like, that fish wasn't dead when it caught it. It was alive. It's still alive. And now it's out there as bait, just on a fishing rod. I just saw him swimming up to me. You're kidding me, dude. That just swam right up to the edge, dude. What the heck? Bro! Another like 7 or 8 inch, dude. He didn't even go for bait. He was just swimming off next to the edge. Dude. Wow, baby. That was crazy. Can't believe that just happened. Like, look at this guy. Straight up jumbos are swimming up to me, bro. Like massive crabs swimming right up to me. Look at all 5 of them. None of them are small. They're all massive. These things are swimming straight up to me, man. Like, this is a horseshoe crab. There's my feet. There's the horseshoe crab. Get out of here, buddy. Get that way. Just turn them around. Nothing, dude. Bite really fell off, dude. It really fell off. But who cares? I mean, I got 5 jumbos. I'll probably come back again tomorrow at this spot exactly and do this again. I'm gonna leave the traps out overnight tonight and then come back tomorrow and get them. But I'm gonna check them again right before I leave here so that when I come back tomorrow morning, you know, I know what's there from that, what's there from tonight, and then cook them up tonight and start prepping for crab cakes, baby. We're gonna do crab cakes at the end of the video here. Dolphins are everywhere in the cove right now, though. Dude, there's like a dozen dolphins right there. What is going on? There's something going on. There's some fish in there or something's going on. It just randomly, I just started hearing dolphins splashing and then bam, they're like everywhere. Crazy. There must be mullet running through there, honestly. That's what I'm thinking. Or they're just loving up on them sea trout as they always do. Let's check the far trap first. Or this one over here first. Hopefully we got one in here. That'd be really cool. If we got like 5 in here, that'd be amazing. We're gonna put more bait in it no matter what, though. All right, we're in the wind. Jesus, hermit hell. My goodness, I've never seen so many hermits in my life. This one we pulled a chicken out of. So let's throw 2 pieces of chicken in this. And then some fish. Throw half a fish in there. There we go. Now it's good. Let's see how deep it is right where we are. Oh, it's deep. We're good. Totally set. Good. Good to go with that one. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't feel much weight. Nothing. Nothing. Let's just get more bait in there and leave it out for the night. Come back tomorrow. That's weird that there's like all these crabs here, but none of them are in the traps. That's super weird. Last bit of shrimp in there. All right, we're good. Leave that sucker out overnight. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna check those traps and we'll probably do some more crabbing. All right, let's get these boys in the cooler. Let's give them some flips with the net. Oh my gosh. There we go. Dude, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at these guys. They're all jumbos. I mean, you know, 5 crabs, if they're looking like that, that's as much as a dozen easy, maybe more. As much meat as more than a dozen crabs. If you get like average size, you know? I love it, dude. Fantastic. Time to steam these suckers up. First one's going in. See if we can fit 3 in there. Maybe not. I hope I can fit at least a couple. Don't be moving down there. Oh God, I don't know if we can fit 3. I don't even know if we can fit 2. Jesus Christ. Don't wake up, don't wake up. Don't wake up. Don't wake up. It's like midnight, so I'm trying to be quiet. Okay, let's see. I think we can fit 3. We can fit 3, and then we'll do 2 batches. Okay. Time for the seasoning. Let's get a spoon. Pour some of that Richard's crab seasoning. So this is from Maryland. This is good stuff right here. Oops, a little bit too much on him. I'm gonna do crab cakes with them, so they don't need to be terribly seasoned, but okay, there we go. First batch is in. All right, first batch is done. Put that over there. Let's get these guys in the sink and get the next ones into the boiler. Dude, monster. This is the biggest one for sure. There's my sink loaded with big blue crabs. This is an 8-inch. He had small claws though, because he lost his claws at some point. Here we go. Oh, dude, seriously. All right, let's get a little bit of a seasoning here. There we go. A little bit more. Let's get a little bit more in there. A little bit for the claws. There we go. And then let's do one more batch right there. All right, that's enough. Give them 10 minutes, and then we're good. Just burn my finger. It's after midnight. It's 12:24. There we go. The final product. Right there, man. I'll be back tomorrow to finish the job. All right, we start with some Dijon mustard. Just a little bit in there, not a ton, just a little bit. So I like to make crab cakes, especially if some of the meat was a little mushy. Stick that in there. A little bit of that mayonnaise in there. Let's get a little bit more. You really don't need a ton, but a little bit. Get going. And let's start stirring this stuff around real quick. We're gonna beat the egg in with the mayo right away. And you gotta have your binder, something to hold it all together. If you don't have a binder, it ain't gonna work. Put the sunglasses on. There we go, nice and easy like. Next thing we want to put in there, let's get a little bit of Old Bay. Ooh. Don't want to do too much, but definitely want a good bit. Gotta have it. I'm gonna try a little blackened in it this time. So a little bit of that. Nothing crazy, just a little bit. A little bit of blackened seasoning in it. And then we're gonna do a little bit of pepper. Always use pepper. There we go. And then we're gonna do a little bit of Cajun, a little Louisiana Cajun seasoning too. Try this out. I like to experiment a little bit, see what I do. A little bit, there we go. And then we'll do a little bit of slap your mama. There we go, looks really good. All right, stir that all around. And that is looking really good. Looking really good for a binder right now. And then we'll do a little bit of sea salt here. Nothing crazy, just a little bit. And stir that in as well. You can see we're going a little crazy on the seasonings today, but it's looking really good. A little bit of parsley here. You know, I hate, you have to buy this much parsley. This is $1.50, but like, I don't even need anywhere near that amount for this, which is kind of annoying. I feel like there should be just like a smaller portion of parsley available at the store, but this is what you get. This massive chunk of parsley that I never use. I don't even use all of it. I use just like a little bit. But we'll get a little bit of that in there, and then we'll go next to the breading and the crab meat. Okay, next we're gonna add our crab meat, all of our lump crab meat right here. So we only had 5 crabs, but they were all jumbo, so I think we got about a pound of meat, which out of 5 crabs is pretty incredible. go. There you go right there. Nicely done. Beautiful stuff. All right, we got to do the breading next. So this is just getting the binder in there and then seeing how much breading we really need. I got 2 pieces of bread. Not sure if we're gonna need both. I think we'll probably just need 1 for this amount of crab meat. Get rid of the crust. Don't keep that crust in there. You definitely don't need it. And then I like to just break the bread. I really don't like using breadcrumbs. I feel like they're not as good as just regular bread. This is honey wheat from Publix, which I think is a really good bread, honestly. Like, I could eat it just plain bread. I think it's a really tasty one. So I'm probably gonna do maybe 1.5 here, and then see what we go from there. We're still going on the first piece of bread. It's been like 5 minutes. It takes longer, but it's better. There we go. That's looking really good. I think we'll use a little bit more bread. For our sides today, we're gonna do mac and cheese and mashed potatoes. And then crab cakes, we're gonna do them on the skillet today. I haven't done that in a while, but it'll be fun. Start with a little bit of olive oil here. Come on. There we go. A little bit of that in the skillet. You don't really need to do too much with them, just shove them in there. Nice little patties. Oh, that looks good. Look at that. Let's do a couple at a time. I haven't skillet cooked them like this in a while, so I'm pretty excited here. They're held together really well. We did good with this mix. Let's move some of that oil down. There we go. Put a third one in. We're gonna give those about 5 minutes on each side and then flip them. Here's the shells of 2 of the 5. These are the 2 biggest. I didn't even measure them yet. I think this one was 8. This one was just under 8, but this one actually had bigger claws. This one had tiny claws, like he had lost his claws or something. Now the one on top, this was my biggest one I caught this year. This one was 8 1/4, I think, a little over 8 1/4. I haven't measured it in a while, but I keep the biggest ones just because I like to have extra shells. I think it's kind of fun. Yeah, they're falling apart a little bit, but what are you gonna do? They weren't quite ready to be flipped yet. That's what that looks like. You can always pat them together, not a big deal. I don't leave any of this stuff sitting on the side here. Make sure I get every bit of that meat. It doesn't matter if they fall apart, it's just crab meat at that point. These are about ready, this first batch here. I'm gonna eat it with mac and cheese and mashed potatoes, so it doesn't matter if it falls apart. It's gonna taste amazing no matter what, dude. All right, this first batch is done. There went my fork. Oh well. There we go, number 2. And number 3 right here. That piece is gonna fall off. Oh well. It's just a smaller crab cake now. I'm gonna make sure I get everything out of here, and then I'll start the next batch. Even the crispy stuff tastes amazing. I don't waste any crab meat there. There we go. They are all done now. Slide it in there. Look at that plate right there. There's 4, and here comes our 5th one right here. I'm gonna put this one straight on my fresh plate of food here. Ready? Stick it right in there. Oh yeah! Awesome stuff right there. Look at that. Tell me that I mean, a meal for a king right there. I like to pour a little bit of Old Bay over the whole thing. You know, kind of bless the food. There you go. A little Bay on the mashed potatoes, a little Bay on the crab cake. And then let's dig in. You can see that right there. Look at that meat. Oh, this is so good. A little mac and cheese. This is amazing. If you haven't subscribed yet, I know a lot of people, you guys, you watch. If you haven't subscribed yet, I know a lot of people watch without doing it. It's easy to do. I do it all the time. Like and subscribe. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't cost you a thing. And you'll get more crab videos and you'll enjoy them, I'm sure. I'm trying to make them as good as I possibly can. What's great about crab cakes is you get to have leftovers too, and they taste just as good when they're leftover as they do when they're fresh. So I got a couple leftover for the rest of the week, and I got more mashed potatoes and mac and cheese. I'll be eating this all week. Probably 3 meals this week, I will be having crab cakes. 1 crab cake per meal, a little scoop of mashed potatoes, a little scoop of mac and cheese, and we're good to go. Just bring back a little piece of crab cake, man. Hey, try it out. I brought a little chunk for you, dude. It's really good.
You crazy mother.
Yeah, taste that sucker, man. See what you think. Eating crab cakes in the pool, bro. Like, you can't complain.
Pretty good.
Pretty darn good, dude. That's how we do it.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, no problem, man. When I went back to check those crab traps, there was actually nothing in either one, which I found was really weird. I have a theory on it that the crabs in that area are so big that they're not getting into the traps. Basically, there was a lot of crab traps in the area from commercial crabbers, and I think that the crabs that we're catching were too big to fit in the crab traps. So I'm not sure if that's actually what it is, but I'm gonna continue to test them in some other videos. So we'll see which trap actually works better, but hope you enjoyed this right here. You got yourself a couple more videos here, some of my favorites that I've done on the channel. So if you enjoy this one, I know you'll like these ones.